Welcome to Live from Sparkwood in 21. This program chronicles one of the greatest television series of all time, the 1990s cult classic Twin Peaks, created by David Lynch and Mark Frost. Joining me on this journey are superfans, Last Call with Troy Pacelli, Netters Network, and Aged Boomer. While one denizen of Twin Peaks has been saved from a fate worse than death, another finds themselves in grave danger. So slide into a booth at the Double R Diner and order a damn fine cup of coffee and a heavenly slice of cherry pie as we watch and discuss Episode 6 of Season 2, Demons. The chat is jumping already. We have Faithful Blue Wrench and a bird woman of YouTube, Connie Cleary. My stalkerazzi, Lady of the Elements. Friend of the channel, Lester San Jose, the Skeptic Tank. Geek Flag with Nate Knows, who might be changing his avatar soon. New subscriber Shadow of the Raven. Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips. And thank you, Connie. It's been quite a week. My panel is backstage. So, I am going to bring them out. All right. Last Call, Troy Pacelli.
Hello, hello.
Netters Network.
Good evening.
And Aged Boomer.
Howdy.
And I hope
Pearl.
What?
I hope everyone heard that long intro just then. All right. Love Check Productions. Good to see you.
Which news is Real Walden Nation Gaming referring to? We've been talking about a bunch of news behind the scenes here.
Did I see the news? If you're talking about Gina Carano suing Disney with the help of Elon Musk, yes, I have seen that. Unless something new has happened in the last 20 minutes or so.
I mean, what's funny is if you had told me this 5-6 years ago, an actress is going to be suing Disney for getting fired and Elon Musk is going to be helping with financing on that, I'd have been like, you're crazy. But the past handful of years now, that's one of the least, shocking things coming out of the news. It's literally like Clown World out there now.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
At least Twin Peaks is a clown world that's fun.
Yeah, that's true.
It is.
When it's bizarre, you just go, well, that's David Lynch and Mark Frost, right?
Definitely. Definitely.
Well, we are very quickly coming to the end of the Laura Palmer mystery. At least who specifically it was that killed her. I don't think the overarching mystery ever really ends. But
It has to end at some point.
well, it ends when they stop making episodes, right?
True enough.
No, not even. Not even. It stops when we stop talking about it. I think that's when it really ends. So I don't think it's ever going to end.
I'm still talking about Mulholland Drive. Did you hear that it was like a top critics choice of the best movie of the 2000s?
No
That decade?
kidding.
Yeah,
No
it
kidding.
actually it ended
Which
up, yeah.
is kind of surprise. And this is from like mainstream critics,
Mhm.
which is kind of surprising because it's pretty indicting of the Hollywood industry.
Yeah, but mainstream critics, or at least the ones back in the day, they didn't necessarily like the Hollywood industry either.
True, that's true.
I mean, I remember when Ebert and Roper reviewed it, they loved it. They thought they put it on their top 10 of the year. I think both of them did, and it was they.
What's really meta about that movie is that what's his achy breaky name?
Billy Ray Cyrus.
Billy Ray Cyrus, right? Who has a rather small role in that film, has expressed that foray into Hollywood was just devastating to him and his family, and he wishes he'd never done it. And I look at the content of the film, and I'm like, could there possibly be a more meta statement, you know? But, you know, we're getting way ahead of ourselves. We will have to revisit this conversation when we cover Mulholland Drive, which I suspect we will have to, because David Lynch has said it takes place in the same shared universe as Twin Peaks.
And when we get to a certain storyline in season 2, which I think we're coming up on in a few episodes, there's a storyline coming up that very definitely dips its toe into Mulholland Drive territory, I believe. So, looking forward to that.
There's a lot of elements, but if you're thinking of something really specific, I may not be jumping to it right away. But we'll cover it when we get there.
Right.
All right. Let me get this ready. And I guess I should say hello to Anonymous Bull, who is in the chat in Cosme. I don't usually see the chat on Cosme simply because between StreamYard and having the movie up on the big screen and not wanting to touch it, you know, on the screen that's actually playing the movie, because I don't want to, you know, mess up the experience for those of you watching it, I don't get to see the chat on Cosme. Oh, I'm guessing Anonymous Bull must be is that Lady V Elements?
Oh, maybe.
Could be.
Yep, it's got to be Lady V Elements, because she says, "Hey, Troy, oi, oi, oi." Yeah, you know what? I actually hum that tune throughout the day because of the deleted scenes streams.
And hello. to Lawrence Knight,
Hello.
and of course, Big Al Presents.
And Lawrence, I haven't forgotten. Netter and I haven't forgotten about you. We will be getting back to you about that piece you sent us. Hope everyone is having a nice evening in Twin Peaks. Well, most of us are. I'm not so sure that some people are going to be having a nice time in Twin Peaks. I'm sure Harold isn't going to be.
He was a little upset last time we saw him.
He's going to get a little bit more upset too. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of anxious to see. If I remember correctly, it's not good what happens.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. In fact, that'll be next week, but we lay the groundwork tonight.
Definitely. Okay.
All right.
But
I would like to go ahead and thank everyone joining us on Cosme, and also anyone who may be watching on Twitter. I can't see you, but I know you're there. And hello to Slobberjaw. Long time no see. Good to see you. Okay. Are we ready in the back?
I am sharing now, and make sure. Yep, it's coming through. So when you do the countdown, I can hit play.
All right.
Oh yeah, so I'm ready for you to do the countdown. Guess I wasn't clear about that.
I have to refresh.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Connecting.
We control the horizontal. We control the vertical.
Well, somebody has to. Okay, I have the screen
Yes.
now. Okay, folks, this is episode 13 of the series, episode 6 of season 2, entitled Demons. And we didn't bring this up yet. This is the first episode in which David Lynch himself shows up as a character when Gordon Cole, and interesting guy, to say the least. Alrighty. Hope everybody is ready in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go.
There we go. Let's see here. Potato bread and Disney. There we go.
And hello, JPRPH1. Yes, you did make it in time.
I was watching that variety video. They said this was supposed to look like a painting right here, right? That Welcome to Twin Peaks, the background.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I just think it's beautiful.
And I do want to remind everyone, because this does come up on watch party streams, due to copyright, we cannot show you the episode live. So if you are watching the show right now, you can join us on Cosme. And if you are not watching live, you can simply use your own copy if you have it. Or the show is available on Paramount Plus.
So we opened on several close-ups of the orchids that he's growing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that was intentional to be visual symbology. I won't elaborate on that too much. Keep it PG, but that's what I suspect. And am I correct? This is a recap from last week, right?
It's where we left off. Yeah.
It's where
Right,
we left
okay.
off because he already has the
Yeah.
mark on his face.
Right.
Grab the book, woman. Okay.
Right.
Nope. Harold still has it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, kind of is.
Hmm.
Must make clean.
Exactly. This is that
Yeah.
obsessive behavior. He's got to do something to kind of restore order to his little sanctuary. Where does Ian Abercrombie show up?
I don't recall, actually.
I don't remember Ian Abercrombie even being in Twin Peaks. She's completely unconscious, but her Twin Peaks are perfectly perky.
You're within throwing distance.
Just making an observation. A lot of subtext there that I won't get into.
He was quite handsome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. All right.
Maybe a little late.
Well, he did get
That's
shot.
bad.
Yeah.
It's like it's not really late. She's just, she's
Yeah.
still alive.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of.
He couldn't have killed her because he couldn't leave the room. He
Right.
dragged the body out.
You see, here's the problem, Nate. I am also on this show.
Yeah. Yeah. We tend to fuel each other's baser instincts. And if I bring something like that up, it's because I think it was clearly intended by the makers of the show.
Oh, for sure.
We'll get into that a lot more when we start looking at Fire Walk with Me, and especially Mulholland Drive. Yep.
And that's not going to be the first time that might happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Stay focused.
Yeah.
Stay here.
Half full, Dale.
But yeah, they are laying the groundwork for the backstory they're going to be covering the rest of the season.
It's like, you're the best lawman I've ever seen, but you think too much.
Look at that mist, huh?
Yeah, it is beautiful. I think all of that footage was captured in the summertime. I've never seen what it looks like in winter, but I've heard that sometimes the river even freezes over.
Mm. Uh-oh.
Well, I find it interesting the way he's sharing these details because
Yeah.
he has no obligation to do so.
No.
But it's almost like he's trying to tell him something.
Yeah, he knows.
He's such a horrible actor.
Mhm.
Yeah. Hey there, JPRPH1.
I mean, a really real concerned parent would be like, drug overdose. I need to see her. What hospital is she in? He's just like, can I see her? Oh, I can't. Okay.
Yeah, this you're right. His acting here is very much in that Bill Clinton, I feel your pain kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. There is something Clinton-esque about him. Isn't
Yes,
there?
absolutely.
He's more happy he got the money back. Yeah, he is.
That's all he cares about.
Yeah.
Oh,
there
there's
he is.
Ian Abercrombie. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, he's even
Mhm.
he's even trying to affect an American accent.
Yep.
It's actually not bad. If I didn't
Yeah.
know his accent, I wouldn't realize.
They're both wearing the same jacket.
Kind of. Cousin Bobby.
Family.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Kissing cousins. Okay.
Yeah, more than kissing.
Yeah. We moved the show to Alabama just for this episode. I'm sorry. Sorry, Alabama. I had to do it.
Oh. Check. Nice check. Look at this. Money, money, money.
Money
Where's the money?
is the root of all evil today.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
Gotta go.
Multiple
The fact
fee
that you're
fees.
living in the state of Washington.
It's
Well,
a
there's
racket.
no walls. You shouldn't have any problem.
No, you're not.
Check
It's not your strong suit is thinking, Bobby.
No. Not up to this point.
Look at Leo.
Yeah.
It's the secret diary.
Howard Smith was a news anchor, wasn't he?
Mhm.
Howard K. Smith, yeah.
Yeah, Howard K. Smith.
Usually.
Kinda.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's true. She did this all on her own because she's
Yeah.
a dumbass.
Yeah, that's the whole Blue Velvet Hardy Boys angle.
Yeah. And this is a little, and I, you got to also keep in mind that. Oh, wait,
Here's the
I'll,
man.
I'll hold off, yeah, because yeah.
Yeah, supervisor, the word I couldn't come up with earlier. Thank you,
Right,
Gordon.
right.
Because I am slipping. I go live
Donna's
and I
like,
forget
this is-
everything I want to say.
Donna's like, this was kind of important, right?
Do we ever get that story?
No. How he lost it? No. But let me tell you something. Somebody did a cosplay of him at the Twin Peaks Festival and did an incredible replica of that that old-fashioned hearing aid. Lower the cone of silence, exactly.
The cone of silence is the sizzle.
And of course, because he can't hear, he's misinterpreting what Truman's saying to him.
No kidding.
She looks like an
But she's the devil in disguise. That's for darn
angel.
sure.
Looks like an angel.
Yeah, you were just inconsolable. I like that, the way she looks over her shoulder at Coop, and he's just stoic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's right. She knows his secrets.
Yeah. Cooper wants to kick him off the waterfall right now.
Right. But he also is feeling a great deal of guilt
Yeah.
over, letting personal feelings affect him.
And her blanket keeps being over her shoulder, then down her arm, then over her shoulder, then down her arm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
See, it's like now it's over her shoulder again.
Hey. No, sorry.
Not exactly what she had in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile,
Yeah. Well. Okay, yeah, let's pretend that.
Like what?
Oh, he wasn't ready for that. That's how Harry Houdini died.
man down. Okay.
Oh, jeez.
No, she landed with a knee next
She
to him.
landed just perfectly, because that could have been horrible.
Yeah.
This People Under the Stairs prequel is weird.
I know, right? I thought that when I saw People Under the Stairs. Wow.
Femme fatale.
And hello, Jedi Bill.
Hello,
see you.
hello.
Well, son, which is it? Oh, right. Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, SeaTac would be the airport she'd be flying out of.
Yeah.
Well, that's not the point.
It's like, get your fingers off my mouth.
Wow. That's intense. Now, this is one filming location I don't know. I'm not sure if this is in Washington or in California.
Well, if you see any palm trees, like in Halloween, you know.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in Halloween, it's like, yeah, I could believe this is in, like, the Chicagoland area. And then you see the palm trees. Oh, no, I can't.
Yeah, no.
Mm.
Yeah, and see, that's the other thing, because she is a little bit more mature than they are. So,
She's what, college age?
yeah, I think so. Which is an interesting perspective, because it's like she's holding on to a little bit of that high school age kid, which I think all college kids go through.
Mm.
See, and I feel like Cheryl Lee does a great job of playing the two characters very differently.
Now she needs to come back as another cousin, but with red hair, so she could be a blonde brunette and a redhead.
There,
Yeah, that should yeah.
there was talk about that. If there was a season 3, well, did they show her with red hair at all in season 3? But the fans had talked about that for a lot of years.
Bye.
Mhm.
Time to try a different tact.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's perceptive, though.
That key would be in my mouth.
Something like that.
Talk about playing games. Yup.
Not Queen's Bishop 6 check, I think. No, sorry.
Suddenly I
Twin
can
Peaks
accommodate you when I just said I didn't have the money. That was a lot of money back then.
But he can also stop payment on that check. She said cash. That's not cash.
If he has just transferred $5 million to her, it puts him in a bit of a bind waiting on the investment dollars now.
Welcome home, Leo. Special guy.
And then not on the pizza.
I know, right? You'll never
the
get those
humanity.
grease stains out of that skirt. Oh, is that Jack Daniels?
They are not bright.
No.
This reminds me of the scary story to tell in the dark about Harold the Scarecrow, and the farmhands kept picking on him, and then he came to life.
Hold on to that story for Friday. We're going to be talking about that.
Okay, Bobby has a girl's hairstyle.
Actually, a week from Friday, excuse me.
Okay, yes. Is that Hot Box Pizza?
I guess.
You move.
Yeah. Yeah, you do. Kazoos are a familiar stimulus for him?
I guess.
You'd think, booze and coke.
Well, they got booze.
Is this a cake?
Oh, this is funny.
Man down.
He pulls him up by his ponytail.
Why not? Leo was going for the whole Steven Seagal look, wasn't he?
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was.
Which isn't a compliment.
True.
Can you guys go visit Harold Smith already? Honestly.
Oh, Mexican Chihuahua.
Chihuahua.
Why? I don't know.
Oh, Lord.
So maybe you should keep your voice down. And they're uncomfortable. They're like, we shouldn't be hearing this.
This has been a mess again.
From his old partner?
Yeah.
What was it?
Hey.
Now, this chess game ends up continuing throughout season 2, and as I recall, when I was in high school, oh, I guess this would have been college, right? I remember trying to play out the game, and I don't think either I got something wrong or they weren't actually playing out a real game. I know, right?
Stop looking at it. That's.
It's shedding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he puts it in his pocket.
What else is he going to do with it?
I know.
You shyster lawyer, you.
See, I love that line because it demonstrates because we really haven't seen Leland, at work since the start of this show. Mm-hmm. So it establishes his bona fides, right?
Yes, immediately shoot him in the head and burn his body. All right. Yes, and while you're here, maybe explain the ending of The Last Emperor.
Oh, I forgot. Was
Right.
she in that? She was in the original Judge Dredd with Sly Stallone, remember?
Yeah.
Joan Chen.
She was also in at least one Zalman King film, wasn't she?
I need to find the name of that movie. I'm
Yep.
sorry.
I must find that right now.
Yeah, okay, we can talk about it later.
Now I got Joan Severance on the brain. Thank you.
Oh,
that's not so bad neither.
No, that's
She posed for Playboy.
Ah, yes.
Yes.
I remember, actually. I do remember.
Actually, now that I think about it, I think Joan Chen did too.
Did she?
I think so.
Okay.
Josie, I love you. At least you didn't say I know.
Right.
Damn it, the Partridge Family line didn't work.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
Is this the episode where Mr. Takamura reveals himself?
We'll see. I don't want to say anything because I know people
know.
might be watching this for the first time.
I did not spoil anything. Interesting choice of words. Psychic.
yeah.
He didn't say psychological. He said psychic. Is that stash real? You'll get an answer on that pretty soon, Lady V Elements.
Mm-hmm. No.
I love it.
Yeah.
1 minute. Yep.
Is that from Sound of Music?
Yes.
He's a good singer.
He is. Actually, they both are.
Yeah.
Breezy.
Beautiful.
Thank you, and no, I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
To be fair,
Uh-huh.
this would make me want to invest in a place like this. So you're
Right.
listening that song.
Yeah.
I mean that shows he's
The only
they're-
reason
yeah.
that Ben is getting all bent out of shape is because of the past history here.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Okay.
Pardon me. That's a good one.
Okay, so manga is
Yeah.
out then?
I like Jack Nance's reaction. Yeah, okay.
You're not from
Who's your
Well-
first clue? Okay, did you buy me one? Okay.
God, I haven't had sake in years.
Did he say milk or moo?
Milk.
Milk.
Okay.
He's a werewolf.
Right.
No, I don't. Shut up. Let him talk.
Let him talk.
Is he really missing an arm?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Mike.
Yes, exactly.
Been a while.
His movements, and everything are the little midget dude.
There's probably an intentional parallel there, yes.
The way that he
Yeah.
sat up and the way he like turned his head and moved his torso is just like the little midget guy.
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Yeah. He's got a great voice for this. Very demon-like, right? Like a demon possession.
Future past.
Magician
Longs to see. One chance out between two worlds. Fire. Walk with me.
And the damned. Yeah. I love how he stares into the camera on that line.
He would make a great Ghost of Christmas Present.
Oh,
Yeah.
sure.
This actor. Yes.
Nate in the chat is saying he would have made a good Galactus. Voice
Yeah.
of Galactus. Yeah.
Very true. Unfortunately, I don't believe he is.
No, he's no longer with us.
Yup.
Spasm.
Yes.
So this is a great way for them to, again, they're not. People would watch this on its original run and get frustrated with the weird, clues and the dream sequences and all that kind of stuff. But as I rewatched this, I realized they were almost spoon feeding us each one of those little hints. The giant said something about what is it, without medication he speaks, or whatever, and what was it, 3 have seen his face. They really have set that up to cover it like in detail. Most of that is paid off by 2 episodes from now, actually. But yeah, there you go. That's a heck of an episode. This is a major step forward on the Laura Palmer storyline, but we've also gotten a good way into the Ghostwood storyline. What's going on with Josie, and the beginnings of some new storylines here. Some hints at Cooper's past, previous case where he was injured. That's similar but different. We'll get more about that as the season goes on. And Mr. Tajimura, getting that one's kind of ramping up there too. So we will yeah, dun dun dun, as Nate is saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Intense stuff. So let's see. I'm trying to think what else. We had a Harold Smith freaking out a little bit in the beginning.
And like I said, you can't blame him, right? The whole thing behind agoraphobia is just a fear of the outside, right? Everything outside of his doors is dangerous. He tries to keep his inner sanctum sanctified, right? So when he would invite Laura in, when he invited Donna in, he thought he was making connections with somebody. And to some degree, Laura was. What Laura was struggling with, she was able to keep outside. And she was able to find refuge in someone that could keep her secrets for her, so that she didn't feel completely alone with what she was dealing with. Donna comes along and took advantage of him, in a very unfair way. Oh, yes. And of course, Nadine, that's a whole other storyline that's just starting up, right? We know their backstory, where is that going? Which I suppose by inference tells you that Peggy Lipton's character,
Norma.
I'm picturing her.
Norma, right. That the story going on with Norma is still in the background there. So we'll obviously have to be coming back to that as well. But they're going to, over the next 2 episodes, we're going to be wrapping up some major stories and ramping up a few others. So there you go. Yeah.
And of course, we get another name mentioned. Coop's older partner was brought up. Old partner.
Did they mention him by name in this episode?
They did. Yes.
Wyndham Earl. Yes.
Wyndham Earl.
That's so. If I don't think this is a spoiler. Just kind of setting the stage. If Cooper is your Sherlock Holmes and Sheriff Truman is his Watson, then I'd have to say Wyndham Earl is Moriarty.
Yeah.
A la the Joker.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we have Leo.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't think this is a spoiler so much as it is just my critique. Look, as much as I love Twin Peaks, there are some things I didn't enjoy about it. And I just feel like the Leo Johnson story goes on, it drags from this point on. There is a payoff at the end of the season, but it just seems to drag until then.
Audrey's back.
Yep.
Oh, her story is going to start ramping up too.
Yeah.
And remember what I said earlier on, especially about Audrey and Bobby. Both of them are, they started out as the problem children, right? And they have an incredible amount of character development just in this season alone. So by the time we get to season 3, you're trying to figure out what happened in the intervening 25 years. And as you're thinking it through, you kind of go, okay, I see the trajectory it was on, and I understand how we got here. I don't need another, a season 2.5 to fill in the past 25 years. I think season 3 is going to do that just fine for everyone who's been paying attention. But then that's what happens when you have good storytelling.
Yeah, that's true.
So yeah. Is there anything else I should have covered and did not? Love the kazoos though. Yeah.
Seriously.
And it was kind of funny. Not quite sure though about the whole what do you call it? We were looking for, familiar stimuli, so we got kazoos. Really? Were kazoos a big part of his life before he was shot?
Well, it was booze, just no Coke.
Yeah, yeah. Well, but see, they are in a bad situation there, right? Because he is now a liability to them. They need to now take care of this person that they both hate, when they thought that there would be an opportunity to take advantage of him. And as long as he's there, there's the possibility and potential that he gets up out of that chair and just goes off on him. Which I'm sure Shelley is quite aware of, and why she is so creeped out.
Yeah, because it's like a ghost story waiting to happen. Okay, I don't
Well,
know.
think about it. She knows that she's being very brazen on that table in front of him. When he starts to lean forward a little bit, yeah, that would, especially when it's the guy that used to try not to leave bruises.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, I don't know. Part of me wonders what would Shelley have been like if she hadn't met Leo. Would she be a better person, maybe? I don't know.
You make a great point.
Because is she becoming the monster that he made of her? That's why
you could kind of argue that she is this is reactionary to the abuse that she's received. But also, she's older than Bobby, but not that much. So would she have just been really immature, not done a whole lot of growing up, and been a whole different kind of dysfunctional,
Right.
Yeah, I've thought about that too. And I figure it's fun to think about. Probably not necessary to go that far down that rabbit hole, because that's not who she is. She is who she is, and we'll deal with who she is. So, the Japanese businessman is the old guy at the bar's wife, who everybody thinks died in the fire, isn't she? Hold on to that for another week, will ya?
I think you were watching Dick Tracy recently with the whole 88 Keys thing, I think.
Oh, I have to rewatch that.
That's a good movie. That holds up. The original Dick Tracy with Warren Beatty, remember? Yeah.
A lot of movies really do, and I'm really starting to realize that with all the rewatches that we do on Netter's Network, Big Al Presents, I do a few occasionally. Of course, deleted scenes and Jedi Bill all the time. But I just did one. Well, it wasn't a rewatch. I rewatched a film in order to discuss it on Pop's channel. this afternoon.
Right, I saw that earlier. Starman, is that right?
Starman, yeah.
Jeff Bridges. I
Jeff
remember that.
Bridges and
Yes.
Karen Allen.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, I had forgotten how much I enjoyed that movie.
it's a great movie.
And one of the things the panel was talking about in that regard was 1984, right? Great soundtrack, all that synth, you know, that John Carpenter style music, even though he didn't specifically do the music for this movie. He was the director, though. But a lot of heart, very dramatic. And we came to the realization, although I guess we probably knew this, we just didn't think about it consciously before. Starman is the same story as E.T. Whereas E.T. is more for children, Starman is more for adults.
Yes.
Not that both wouldn't be perfectly fine watching. Kids would not be harmed in any way watching Starman and would probably enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, heck, I was like 13 when I saw it, you know?
Right.
And adults loved E.T. as well, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But that's great writing. Being able to take the same story, tell it in very different ways to two completely different demographics, you know? And there is both movies have so much heart. But I think that in terms of the I want to cry a little bit, I think Starman kind of outweighs E.T. a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. It's been a while since I've seen it. I was younger than you when I saw it, so I don't think I quite got it. But I think I need to redo a rewatch of it at some point. Yeah.
It was a movie. See, what's great about it is there's a couple of lines that are great for quoting, and there's one quote in it that I've been using all my life and completely forgotten where it was from. The story is about an alien who, in a very similar way to like the man who fell to Earth, an alien who inhabits a human's body, and he's trying to learn, you know, human language and culture and things to get by, and he's watching Jenny Hayden is the character's name, played by Karen Allen. Watching her drive so that he gets the rules of the road and basically how it works, so that he could trade off driving with her. So at one point, they're driving along, the green light turns yellow, and he floors it and goes right through an intersection, causes a semi to almost flip over, a car to crash into the semi. And she goes, "What are you doing? I thought you said you paid attention and that you knew the rules of the road." He goes, "Yes, I know the rules." She says, "That was a yellow light." He goes, "Yes, I understand the rules. Green means go. Red means stop. Yellow light means go very fast." Which kind of floors her. She's like, takes all the wind out of her argument. She's like, "Yeah, I guess I did kind of do that, didn't I?" Yeah, no, Boomer, you should watch that film again.
I'll give it a look, maybe over the summer when I got some
John
time.
Carpenter. If you didn't realize, I had forgotten that John Carpenter. Well, I guess when I first saw the movie, I had no clue who John Carpenter was.
He directs movies we forget he directed. Like he directed Christine.
Yes, he did.
What about the car? I forgot he did that one too. He's done a few interesting movies besides the more known ones we know him for.
Yeah, and like half of his movies are not horror films.
No,
you know. He's known for horror, but that's not all he's done.
No.
So definitely worth checking out. Anyway, I kind of got off on a tangent there. Sorry, didn't mean to take it away from Twin Peaks.
You know, I've come to the conclusion Twin Peaks is one of these shows that has so many characters, you can't get all of them in one episode, you know?
True,
No.
and it has influenced so much entertainment around it that it does make it easy to get off topic sometimes.
Yeah. Like no Andy this episode.
Assault on Precinct 13, that is a great example.
Yes.
Evelyn. Yeah.
Wrote, directed, editing, and music. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, in fact, it gets to the point where if he didn't do the music for his movie, it's a surprise. You know, like the music in Starman, is done by what was the guy's name? Nietzsche, something Nietzsche, and it's very much in that John Carpenter style, you know. But yeah. Anyway, so there you go. Episode 13.
Yep.
We'll get 14 up for you next week.
Indeed.
But in the meantime,
What's going on?
should we go around the horn, or should we go around the week?
We can go around the horn here.
Okay.
Troy, go ahead.
Oh, let's start with Netter. We'll take it clockwise.
Well,
All right.
alrighty then. Well, for me, Thursday things, my special guest would be Jedi Bill. Looking forward to that. And then I'll be guest hosting on Big Al's channel. I forget what the name of the movie is.
Million Ways to Die in the West.
There you go. Million Ways to Die in the West. And of course, I'll be, lurking probably in the green room for Last Call with Troy Pacelli. Because, I'm security and bouncer.
Yes,
so
she
I gotta
is.
be hanging around
Watch out
here,
for her.
Keep y'all in check. That's all I have coming up right now. Oh, and of course, then next week, Tuesday, I'll be back here again on Deleted Scenes channel for more Sparkwood 21.
Yep. Thursday. Yep.
All right. Boomer.
Cool. Nothing. I'll be on this Friday with Troy.
Yep.
I think I mentioned that in Geek Geezers, and a good episode of Twin Peaks. I just the one-armed man. He gave us some insight.
Yep.
He did.
I just don't know what he was talking about.
We'll explain it next week.
Walk with
Bob
you.
is bad, which I already gathered. So
Right.
it's not, and there are other things like Bob that maybe aren't as bad. So that was interesting, right?
Yep.
But we don't even know what these things are, where they come from. They're spirits of some sort. That's what I got the impression of, right?
That's a mystery that doesn't get fully explained for a long time. In fact, I would argue that by the end of season 3, you're still questioning it.
I do have one question, though, about the name of the episode, Demons. So was this about personal demons or actual demons?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, to both. Okay. Okay.
But the most obvious is, the comparison between Bob and Mike inhabiting someone's body being very much like demons. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Actually, that reminds me, it could be, you have some angels that are good and some angels that weren't so good, right? That's sort of what I'm thinking of.
True.
Became demons, yeah. If you're going by Christianity, I guess, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Troy.
So as Boomer was saying, Friday. Well, of course, I'll be co-hosting with Netter and Jedi Bill on Thursday, but Friday I will be getting good and drunk, I'm sure, on Last Call, where my designated driver and partner in crime, Agent Boomer, will be. He and I will be discussing. Not discussing. We will be doing a rewatch or watch party or whatever you want to call it of a great Mamet play turned film, Glenn Ross. We are expecting to have another guest as a subject matter expert, but we gotta formalize that behind the scenes. So keep an eye out for that. I'll have the stream up in short order. And then, of course, I'll be there with Netter on Saturday for A Million Ways to Die in the West. And then, of course, Geeky Geezers on Sunday with Aged Boomer. And, no, you know what? I'm sorry. Netter and I both missed something.
Oh.
Sunday, we're going to be doing a special guest appearance on Samael
The infamous.
Samael the Infamous's channel. I'm forgetting the name of the show, however. But we are doing a Trek talk over there, talking about the episode Operation Annihilate.
You know, you mentioned something about behind the scenes. I'm thinking that would make a great channel name for someone that does movie reviews.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I'm sure there's one by now.
Yep.
Alrighty.
No, I'm sorry, not Operation Annihilate. The Alternative Factor. Either way, it's an original Star Trek, the original series episode.
All right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, in the Star Trek NES game, they actually had that song, but on the NES, you heard that music in the background in one of the
Wow.
Nice.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
All
Should've
right.
made
Well,
a
that
Twin Peaks
leads to.
theme. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah. No. A Twin Peaks game. Yeah. Well, wasn't there?
Was there a board game?
Twin
Troy,
Peaks?
tabletop guy.
Not-
Was anything like that for Twin Peaks?
I
There
don't
should be.
remember.
Okay, I guess not. All right.
Yeah, in fact, what's really crummy is that there was a great deal of marketing potential there that I feel like they missed out on. There weren't any video games, there weren't any role-playing games. If there was a board game, I'm unaware of it.
Right. Yeah, I don't recall either.
Mhm.
It's influenced
There-
video games, but it's not been adapted as a video game.
You know
yet.
what? I just looked it up.
There was a fan-made game, wasn't there?
Well, there was
Very
a
recently?
Twin Peaks
Yeah.
murder. Yes, very, very recently. But back in '91, I'm seeing there was a Twin Peaks murder mystery game. So it was kind of like a board game. Yeah, I mean the board even looks a little bit like a Monopoly type board. That's interesting. I'm gonna have to look into that. I didn't know about it. But yeah. Anyway.
All right. All right. Well, that leads us around to me. And let's see. Thursday, I will be joining Jedi Bill for Action Theater. And we are going to be watching The Hunt for Red October.
Oh.
Cool.
Good movie.
And then later on that night, right after Bill joins you for Thursday Things, will be the Weekend Update, where I'm basically going to tell everyone what I'm about to tell you now. It's kind of redundant. All right. Well, we'll be episode 51 of nope. Hold on. Before that, 3 p.m. on Sunday will be Western Cinema Presents, also hosted by Jedi Bill. That link is not up yet. We haven't decided on a movie, but it might be a little bit earlier this week because Bill is doing a Super Bowl watch along. So, Bill, if you're in the chat and you've picked a movie, let me know. All right. Later on that night, of course, 8 p.m. will be Unscripted. Episode 51, The Girl from Alderaan. Yes. I was originally going to talk about another girl who is closer to said Super Bowl, but then I decided, you know what? I don't want to do that.
Well, all right then.
Yes. And, of course, Unscripted is the lead into Geeky Geezers, 9 p.m. over on Aged Boomer's channel. And then The Other Side of Midnight, which will be episode 39. And I'm sure I can Shanghai some guests for the show. We'll see. And then, of course, right back here, next to from Sparkwood and 21 for episode 14.
Cool.
And then we get to find out what happens.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, any last words?
Nope. Thanks so much, everyone.
Alrighty.
Bye-bye.
Boomer?
No, can't wait for next week.
I don't know. Netter, would you like to do your closer?
I can. I'd like to ask everyone to please make sure that you're subbed to everyone on the panel and including everyone in the chat. And if you think you're already subbed to them, can you go back and double check, because YouTube likes to unsubscribe people. And with that said, we can talk amongst ourselves, and that's all well, good, and fun. But it is so much more fun when you guys are joining us in the chat and you're dropping comments, questions, trivia, being goofy, whatever it may be. And it doesn't feel like we're separated by miles or continents in some cases. It feels like we're all hanging out in the same room, enjoying each other's company and having a great time. Can you pass the popcorn? And you guys, you're not just our friends. You are our family. We love you guys and we appreciate you so very much. You can be anywhere, and you chose to be here, and it's so encouraging to all of us here on the panel. And to everyone in the chat. Seeing the same faces over and over is really encouraging, because that's the family coming together, So, I'd like you to have a really pleasant evening, a fantastic rest of your week. Hopefully you all jump over to Thursday Things on Thursday on my stream, and join us over there. You're all welcome, always. And we'll definitely see you next time. God bless.
Mm-hmm. I would like to make a couple of real quick programming notes here. Big Al Presents will be doing a watch along, a special Carl Weathers tribute matinee, Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard, noon Central Time. Action Jackson. And if you can't wait until then, or if you just want to watch it twice this week, Toxic Tuesday over at 32 Flavors of Nick Weiser is also talking about Action Jackson tonight. They're a few minutes into the movie right now, so when we are done over here, please go over and raid Nick's channel. Tell him I sent you. All right. I would like to thank everyone for joining us this evening. Connie Cleary, Lady V Elements, Lester San Jose to Skeptic Tank, Evelyn Hampton, Geek Flag with Nate Nose, Shadow of the Raven, Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips, Lawrence Knight, Big Al Presents, Slobberjaw, JPRPH1, and last but not least, of course, Jedi Bill. I'd like to thank everyone who watches the replay, everyone who is watching in the background. Quite okay. I used to lurk myself before I got sucked through the fourth wall. And you don't have to engage with the chat, just as long as you enjoyed the show. And, of course, I would like to thank everyone who was watching us on Twitter. I can't see you, but I know you're there. All right. From HQ and a corner of Sparkwood and 21. And all points, north, south, east, and west. Good night, take care, stay strong, because this is how we win.